tonight, wedding minister. And of all the roles, this is the greatest honor of all. Okay, so at this time, sorry. Jennifer and Leane would like to thank the Manfredi and Marchese families for all of their love and support and getting us all here tonight, as well as the lovely wedding coordinators, Christine and Sally. And mostly all of you who are here and you've come so far to make this such a special occasion, and it is such a special occasion. So thank you.
Yeah.
You can hold hands. Yeah, whatever feels good.
Whatever feels good. Yeah, get close, get close.
All right. Nearly 25 years ago, I was sitting in my dark, dingy dorm room at St. Mary's College with kind of a crazy roommate, and listening to some very depressing Enya. When all of a sudden, I hear Michael Jackson blaring outside my dorm room, and I believe it was a Pretty Young Thing. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is feeling good to me. This is right. So I opened the door, and standing there before me was this beautiful, tall brunette with an irresistible smile and a great personality to go with it, standing there in front of some girls and some boys in her granny panties, t-shirt, bolero hat, Ray-Bans, curling iron, lip syncing. And that began
I got the visual.
lasted over 25 years. And then enters Leane and her fun-loving, gregarious boys, Roman and Grayson. And they, I will add that within meeting the Pacelli boys, I think it was an hour into it, they challenged the Pacelli boys to a dance-off at our house. And barely won. But that night, I watched Jennifer and Leane for the first time. It was our first meeting, and the ladies were high-fiving each other, high-fiving the boys. Later that night, we sat down, and that's when I saw something in Jennifer that I'd never seen before. She generally, we have this where she leans in, and this night she was definitely leaning out and stepping back and listening to Leane with such a seriousness. And that night's when I knew she found the love of her life and home. And Leane is just an amazing woman, and she brings such a nurturing, loving, patient, spontaneous presence to her boys' lives as well as Jennifer's. And she's also able to appreciate Jennifer's lack of concept of time. Jennifer's OCD with clutter. And lastly, her NorCal Cougar friends that tend to get a little crazy. And she does this happily and embraces it all. So, let's get you into the marital mood. So I'm going to read to you a very special passage to me that was authored by Justice Anthony Kennedy in a very important Supreme Court decision, which so beautifully describes marriage. No union is more profound than marriage, for it embodies the highest ideals of love, fidelity, devotion, sacrifice, and family. In forming a marital union, two people become something greater than they once were. And I'll just repeat that. Two people become something greater than they once were. And that's definitely what I see in Jen and Leane. There are many things to say and feel on a wedding day. Heavy things like, where are we here? What does this mean? It's a good idea. What happens next? And lighter things like, did I shave my armpits? Is my spray tan gonna get all over my white dress? Am I gonna start laughing or crying in the middle of the ceremony? And is there enough booze to go around for this crew?
I can assure you there is.
OCD.
Yeah. The act of getting married requires a fair amount of thought and reflection prior to the big decision. And it's not that simple of an equation, since it requires that each person, not all the time, but definitely some of the time, be willing to put themselves second to the needs of the other. It requires that you may need to laugh at jokes that are really not funny, do the dirty dishes because you know your partner can't stand them to be left overnight, and maybe get in front of a bunch of strangers and bust a move just to make the other person laugh. And in turn, it provides a level of joy that one person by themselves cannot reach, and a type of love that only two people can create together. An analogy that I find very fitting for an enduring marriage is the operation of a house. A strong and solid foundation of love and affection is essential. An ongoing commitment to maintenance is required. New roofs, bathrooms, and floors are going to be needed from time to time, as well as some add-on rooms and definitely space. And there's nothing like a fresh coat of paint to spice up the marital relationship. In other words, a marriage starts with a wedding and thereafter becomes a work in progress, with a constant need for tinkering, attention, and commitment. And if you're both good at it, it'll last a long time, and your efforts will draw out the best from each other. You'll be surprised as you go along, and perhaps even shocked, at how much you learn not only about your partner, but yourself as well. Intimacy, trust, and the mutual exposure of your shortcomings and vulnerabilities produce and sustain the joy of marriage. And although there's no single piece of advice or recommendation that, if given, will guarantee a successful marriage, I suggest strongly to try your hardest to maintain and express good sense of humor at all times, and to keep in mind that laughter is nearly the shortest distance between two people, married or unmarried. I'd like to end my portion with a passage that reminds me so much of the love and friendship Jennifer and Leane share. When the day is done and the cool, calm silence of night has come, when all the voices and noises are finally stilled, and a space which seems just right for you and me, there is nowhere, nor anyone whom I'd rather be with. And with that very minor contribution, let's turn the real business at hand in getting you two married by sharing your vows and your rings. So let's start with your vows to Jen and to Jennifer.
That is awesome. In my pocket.
Oh, good.
I found a wedding dress in my pocket. Oh gosh. Okay. 5 years ago, we found each other. From our first conversations, and from the first time that I heard your voice, which I loved. From the first time I saw your beautiful face and met your wild soul, I knew we had something very special. We met, we laughed, we connected. Your energy is intoxicating. To me. Your energy is intoxicating to me, and you are a gorgeous handful, inside and out. I think all of you who know Jennifer. Yeah. You have never given up on us, even when we have had a lot of rough times. As many of you can attest to. I think they have a dent in their home. But our life has had one thing that has stayed true, and that's our love for each other. It's really kept us grounded. Our love for family. I love your family. And our love for Grayson. And our love for Roman. That's going to get me. And building a life together for you and I, and for them. I always know your hand will be there reaching out for me in the middle of the night, and when we will get through whatever life brings us together. And today I give myself to you in marriage, I promise to be faithful, to be true, to take care of you when you're sick, even though you are a pain in the ass. And to love you and your family until my dying day. I love you. That is my vow to you.
Well done.
Oh, Lord.
I got like 5 pages.
No, I don't. Mine was typed up. I have about 5 different versions. Every pick the one
Versions.
Go with number 4.
Yeah. Jeez, Jen.
Okay, there's.
So I think timing is everything. And from the moment that I met you, I knew this was meant to be. And that you and I were meant to be together. I'm so excited to share my life with you. You are my safe place. And you complete me. I love that you're spontaneous, dependable, and you're very committed and hilarious and forgetful. And maybe you never answer your phone. Or your voicemail's full. And you can't do a phone call or you leave her a message. So on and so on. But that's for you, John. Yes. I love how you love your boys. And I think when I first met you, that was something that was probably the most attractive thing. That I saw how much you loved Roman and Grayson. And I definitely saw myself and you and I having something so special with these 2 boys. I promise to be true to you and to cherish your boys as if they were my own. The ring that we are going to share will be a symbol of my love and my forever faithfulness to you. And I love you very much.
Beautiful. Now, by all of your unlimited powers vested in me as a virtual officer, we're now going to exchange the rings.
Okay, cute.
Group hug. Group hug.
This is so fun.
That's a good way to do it.
This whole double bride thing is gonna Just shove it in there.
I saw last night.
Okay, there you go.
I have so much in my pocket now.
Does that pocket come in this ring?
So now, by all the very limited powers vested in me as a virtually ordained minister in the great state of California, I declare you married. Congratulations. If you're not, raise your best wishes to Jennifer and Leane.